Hey, yo, what up, Bodega Podcast? You already know who it is. It's one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican studs on this planet, Ortiz, baby. And shout out to all the Bodega Podcast listeners. Ow.
Yo, this is the Lucha Thug, the one-man Lucha gang, El Rey Gordo himself, the King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and y'all rocking with the Urban Wrestling Network.
It's your boy, the young GOAT, one half of Injustice, Hot Fire Myron, and you're listening to Urban Wrestling Network. Thank you.
This is Josef Samael from Contra Unit, and you're watching the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's good? It's Tristan Ty, a.k.a. Ikuro Kwon. You're watching Urban Wrestling Network. Hail Contra!
Christi Jaynes, and you're listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
For the best bling, for the best prices, it's only one spot to go to. That's hiphopblink.com. And ladies, we tired of the ties and socks. We want rings with rocks, you dig? And when you there, make sure you put that promo code UWN. Y'all already know what it is, man. For the entire team, we out of here. Deuces.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Dandada. I am here with none other than the most professional person in the podcast industry. It is none other. He will own say. What's good, my brother?
It is I, your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin, Jorge. And man, I'm upset, Chef. I'm upset, Chef. I'm upset.
You know, it's weird because tonight was supposed to be 8 p.m. We were supposed to get the whoever the new person was going to be for MLW's Fightland thing. Out of nowhere, somebody from Sports Illustrated, of all places, they tweet out Bobby Fish is going to MLW. All of us think 8 minutes later, Court Bowers, he kind of tweets it saying it's there. 20 minutes after that, the video pops up, the premiere's coming out, and I was like, what the hell just happened here? Because Bobby Fish is a big name, and this should have been done right. I don't know who in Sports Illustrated thought that it was cool to ruin this. Me personally, I'm still excited because I don't know a lot about Bobby Fish, and you do. My son does, so I got everybody giving me information. I had enough time from 11 o'clock to Google a bunch of matches and see all the amazing matches he has. So this is why I was like, wow, Bobby Fish is going to be a big player in MLW. But please, instead of me going on how great Bobby Fish is, I'd rather them hear how you feel on what the hell happened today.
Dude, Bobby Fish, I've been Bobby Fish fan since 2006 when he was in N.W.A down in Japan. Of course, N.W.A, he was there 2013, and then he went from there, he went to Ring of Honor. He formed a tag team called Red Dragon with Kyle O'Reilly. And they destroyed every competition in Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling. And then they went from Ring of Honor to WWF. And then you know what happened there. They all got into the Undisputed Era and all that kind of shit. Sports Illustrated is a sports magazine. I don't know how and why they got into wrestling. I don't know when. Maybe they just thought, hey, maybe let's get into wrestling. Like they see BR Sports getting into it now. Bleacher Report. So they felt some type of way and say, well, let's break the news about Bobby Fish going to bring up MLW Fightland. Right there, they destroyed whatever Court Bauer has set up for tonight. Just took the win out of it. Because it was set up, Court Bauer said tomorrow, yesterday, tomorrow, which is being today, 8 o'clock. A new person is going to be here for Fightland. Boom. I'm excited. I hit the reminder button on YouTube to be think. Me and you talked about it. Like, oh man, who you think is going to be? Who you think is going to be? And then boom, not even 2 minutes later, you tell me, and you show me the post. Yeah. Oh man, this person from here just I said what? And then Kurt Bauer has no choice but to co-sign it because the cat is out of the bag. You know, everything is already out. So whatever was set up for tonight, just the wind just kind of taken out. But fans like ourselves, especially me, I'm excited for this because I love Bobby Fish. I've seen the dude wrestle, like I said, since 2006. So I'm excited to see him come out and what he'll do. Hopefully he gets added into the Upper Cup.
Yeah.
Since we know he's coming now, make him one of those last 3 entrants. And if he gets in, then Bobby Fish is my choice to win the Copper Cup if he gets into the tournament.
Still, so hold on. There's 3. You know what? We got to transition kind of this way. There's 3 spots, right?
There's 3 spots left.
Okay, so that means
right now, of the 5 names that are there right now, David Richards will be my winner right now. But if the 3 spots, if the judge gets in the last 3 spots, then it's the judge winning the Copper Cup. But if my man Bobby Fish gets in as another entrant, then Bobby Fish for sure. One half of Red Dragon for sure. Because that'll be if the finals will be the judge or David Richards against Bobby Fish. Oh, dude, that's gonna be the match of the night, right there. Those guys are gonna kill each other.
Now, Tom Lawler is one of the names that is on that list, right?
Yeah, but he already won it twice already, so I don't see him winning it again.
Well, no. The only reason why I'm bringing it up is because I told you earlier. I said, "Yo, my son." Remember, I was trying to get information because he was. Yeah. I told him, "Yo, Bobby Fish is coming to MLW." He was super excited. First thing he tells me, "Yo, if him and Tom Lawler get into a match, that's a 5-star match, no question." So I hit you up immediately, like, "Yo, is my son bugging?" Because he's going nuts, saying that Bobby Fish is the truth, and he's one of the best mat wrestlers, technical wrestlers in the business. So I was, now I got to get your take on it. But at this point, if you say Judge would be in there, and then you'd have Bobby Fish, that means there's only one person left. I think you got to have a country unit guy in there.
Then maybe Kwon will be the guy. Kwon.
I would love Kwon, but size-wise, I think they would probably do something like a Match Crew.
Or even Simon Gotch.
Yeah, because I really think that Country Unit, and am I biased? Yeah, but I think Country Unit is such a big. Oh yeah.
What? You what? What? Nah. You're not biased.
But like, here's my thing: is Country Unit is such an integral part of MLW. When you think MLW, you think Country Unit. I think you technically have to throw somebody in there, especially because sometime during Fightland we're gonna have Hammerstorm versus Fatu. So you double dab a little bit, but I don't see Bobby Fish winning if Judge is in this. I think if Judge is in this, Judge is coming out. Now, if Ikuro Kwon gets in this, I'm going to be extremely biased and say Ikuro Kwon runs the gauntlet and he comes out as the Upper Cup winner. I mean,
and I'll say Bobby Fish over anybody there because Bobby Fish has like 20 plus years experience of wrestling. So if it goes down between him and the Judge, experience alone gives Bobby Fish the win. Now, if it's David Richards against Bobby Fish, dude, lock up your kids, put your wife to bed early because this is gonna be a hard-hitting, striking match. They're gonna be like for 50 times that night. The chops and the heart. I mean, because they're stiff wrestlers. They wrestle stiff, so they hit you stiff. Especially with those kicks, but from Bobby Fish. I would love to see him go up against David Richards in the finals if that happens. If it's Bobby Fish. I mean, that would right there would be crazy right there.
Oh, that would headline like mad. People would go nuts for that. Now, they both were in ROH. Were they at ROH at the same time?
No.
Oh,
well, actually, yes, they were. Yeah, because they had the American Wolves, which was on the Wolves with him and Eddie Edwards, and then they had Red Dragon. Yeah, and they had a lot of matches, especially in Ring of Honor and in Japan. When they had those New Japan junior tag team tournaments, they used to go crazy up there. But there they had it. Instead of being Red Dragon, it was called what was it called? Oh no, I'm sorry, no. It was Red Dragon against the Wolves, but in Japan they had a different name because they actually had an extra member in Japan. The Wolves did. And I think they were called the oh my God, the Rika Moors something troop or something like that, man. But they were wild in Japan. You know, because Japan wrestles different than the States. So those guys in Japan, whatever they do here is out the window, is crazy out there. Oh, the Recorps group or something like that they were called. We're another member of there in Japan. So, but they have some good matches out there, man. But if there's 3 guys left, the Judge, Contract Unit guy, and hopefully Bobby Fish.
I'm with it because there's no hate towards TJP, but with TJP kind of with Impact Wrestling and MLW, I really don't want to see someone who's transitioning on both ways.
And New Japan Strong.
And New Japan Strong.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, he's everywhere, so I don't want to see that. I love Calvin Tankman. I think Calvin Tankman is killing it, but I don't think he's ready for that spot yet. I know he's talented, but at that point right now, I would say no. I would say it's got to be, and right now, I would say it's got to be David Richards out of that list.
Now, if you want to go with a fresh face, then the Judge or Tankman with a fresh face, you know, somewhere like, oh, I didn't see this coming. But for sure, David Richards will be my winner. But if Bobby Fish is in the tournament, then I'll definitely go with Bobby Fish.
And I don't think Tajiri will be in this anyway. I think Tajiri is going to have a fightland kind of thing. I don't think he'll be in the outcome.
I think probably like a couple of matches, like, you know, going away, you know, thank you for being in wrestling, you know, a match or whatever with somebody that he would like to wrestle in the company, one last match type of deal. But I don't see him getting in Fightland either.
Yeah, in the outcome now.
I don't see the reason why. So,
no, and like I said, when I seen Bobby Fish come up, obviously it kind of was like, damn it, you know, somebody dropped the ball. We know who dropped the ball. Sports Illustrated, you're an asshole. Y'all messed up. But at the end of the day, this is a big name. Like, this isn't some guy that you heard of or some NXT, you know, little guy. This guy, his career was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, he could have easily said, I'll go back home to Ring of Honor, or I'll go to AEW. I'm pretty sure they would have been like, yo, come this way, because, you know, he got his peoples there. So he's coming to MLW. Davey Richards, I'm pretty sure, had an open opportunity to go to multiple places. He picked MLW. So we're seeing people say, you know what, MLW is a nice spot for me. And I'm going to tell you that EJ Ndaku, I think, is going to be the Rookie of the Year coming up, because the way they're building this guy up, he's killing it.
Well, you know, like I said, we mentioned before, different podcasts, man. You have from WWE to AEW. If you don't want to go there, you have 4 different choices now. Of let me see, let me send out some feelers out there. Let me see, let me keep looking at this and see what's going on from here, and then decide if they want me, if I fit into their talent pool. You know, you have choices now, which is the good thing about having different companies. I know people say, oh, there's too much wrestling. Bro, there's never too much wrestling. Because one day or another, all this stuff is going to go away. Somebody's going to buy somebody out, and then we're going to go back to the drought that we have from when WWE bought out WCW. And then everybody's going, oh, my God, the wrestling world is dying now. And then Ring of Honor came out, Impact came out. Then you saw the N.W.A. started coming back. and then you see AEW popped up, and MLW, made their return from back in 2005, that where they had just kind of ceased everything and came back out of the blue back in what, like 2013, 2014, around there. So
I don't think it was the last one we did. I think it was the one before that where we were talking about this because they go through hot and cold pockets, right? Yeah. But even if the casual fan gets bored of this, we who like wrestling want our wrestling. You know what I mean? So here's where I'm at, and I keep saying this because I'm not bashing Impact. I just don't like the product right now. But if a guy like Bray Wyatt says, you know what, I'm going to go to Impact Wrestling because I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan, I will tune into something I don't really want to watch for him, and I will enjoy it because he's there. You have that option because, let's face it, all these guys that keep leaving WWE, and pretty much all of them have signed to AEW. At this point, one of these guys have to go elsewhere,
And the funny thing, some of the guys like you mentioned from NXT that are not well known, that were released, are popping up on AEW and doing matches on Dark.
Yeah,
so even those guys are there in Orlando, and now AEW just took the spot from Impact Wrestling Soundstage 19, which was the second biggest one that was there.
I can't say the person's name because I will get in massive trouble if I do. But that person is one of the highest people on the totem pole there, and they're not taking the AEW Dark stuff out of there. Kind of like when Impact had it for almost a whole year. They have that for as long as they want, is what I was told. And that's not like a regular team cast member. And I was AEW was about to take over Orlando because NXT, you have your NXT, but NXT is different than AEW where you are seeing people like Thunder Rosa there. You know what I mean? You are seeing guys up from Dynamite there. But even with all that, you still got to sit back and say, all right, what's my best option? Because like a guy when we talked about Bronson Reed, if Bronson Reed goes to AEW Dark, I don't know where he fits in there. But if he goes to MLW, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, or N.W.A, Bronson Reed comes in with enough name value where he's already pushed to a certain level, and he doesn't have to say, oh, I got to go through Dark, I got to go through Rampage, I got to go through Evolution, whatever it's called, Revolution, whatever it is. And that's the best part about right now, is there's so many homes for wrestlers that your favorite promotion is getting an opportunity to get these guys. I don't know much about Bobby Fish. I have, I don't know how many days does the second, probably like 20 days or whatever it is.
Here's the 13th, so yeah, 3 more weeks.
Yeah, I got 3 weeks to do as much homework as I like to say, oh, wow, I'm about to really enjoy this guy on my favorite promotion. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And we're still waiting for what's going to happen with the Fiend there, Wyatt, because he's still on a 90-day non-compete clause on his contract. So, he's still there. Braun Strowman is still out there somewhere. You still got some guys.
He's supposed to be past the 90 days.
Was there? I wasn't sure. So, he's still sitting around waiting to see what's going to happen. So, hopefully these guys will choose the lesser name of the company to be the superstar of the company. Because like you said, he chooses N.W.A or he chooses Impact Wrestling, he comes in, becomes the champion automatically of the company.
Day one, as soon as he's there on the rip.
Challenge, I'll take anybody on from the back. Boom, here goes Braun Strowman. It's over. Here we go.
And I don't want to turn this into that, but I want to say this because it makes sense. If a Braun Strowman goes into Impact Wrestling, you literally have him come in, crush Christian Cage, send his ass back to AEW, because now you have your Impact Wrestling champion. Yeah. Right now, none of their champions have been from Impact since Kenny Omega and Christian Cage. So you send him back that way.
Josh Alexander.
But he was before that. Oh no, what I mean, but is the heavyweight title.
Yes.
And then you send Christian Cage, let him go back to AEW, get the TNT title, make it special, do whatever he's got to do. But your guy comes in, and you're like, who the hell can stop Braun Strowman? Then you start putting the guys like Moose. You have so much opportunity, and a guy like Braun Strowman comes in with his fan base, kind of like what we said with Bray Wyatt, where he goes, his fans come. So you're going to have more eyes on your product, and it's a win.
If you are a real wrestling fan, you follow your favorite wrestler to wherever company he goes. So if Braun Strowman got fans, they will follow him to Impact or N.W.A or whatever, and they'll find it. They'll be watching that, even if it's 5 fans, 10, 15 fans or whatever. You got eyes on the company now. You got eyes coming in. Word of mouth. Oh, Braun Strowman is here now. I watch Impact Wrestling because of Josh Alexander and because of Tasha Steelz.
Love them both.
That's about it for me.
Oh, I'll watch every Josh Alexander match. I'm a huge Josh Alexander.
Alexander is a beast.
Yeah,
he's a wrestling machine. Yeah.
And I'm going to go back to, and if anyone gets to this point, if you listen to that Ikuro Kwon interview we do, aka it's Tristan Ty, aka Ikuro Kwon, and he said, "I want to make MLW special. I want to be the guy who makes MLW special." If these wrestlers with those names go, you know what? I could go to Impact, AEW, and get the bag. I could easily do that. But if I go to Impact or if I go to MLW and I take them to the next level and I stay here and then the next guy comes, because I'm pretty sure Braun Strowman got a bunch of buddies that he could be like, yo, look what we're doing over here. And you start building up.
And to piggyback out of that, we saw last week, Mick Foley came out with a video, and he basically said WWE is not the place to go anymore. I mean, I remember we used to always say the same thing in every podcast. Everybody wants to have their WrestleMania moment. Everybody wants to go here. 95% of wrestlers want to go there. But when you see people getting laid off, getting cut, leaving on their own that don't resign, that is telling you, okay, there's something going on here. If you've seen Adam Cole, who else just left on their own? Bryan Danielson. Who else left on their own before him? Andrade left on their. Oh well, yeah, he kind of pushed his way out. But you see guys who are now resigning, who are big time names, and now resigning, and now you're going to hold up. Maybe WWE is not the paradise that we're growing up to watch the last 20-something years. And now you have options, AEW and everybody else, and then you go like, hold up. Like Kwon just said, I want people to come here because they want to come here. Now you want to have your AEW moment. You want to have your SummerSlam, Slammiversary or Bound for Glory moment, or I want to be in Fightland, or Battle Riot. I want to be the menu. I want to be the superhero. It gives people options, and people get excited because now you see top names. Oh my God, this guy wants to go here, and everybody, and they say your trash could be my treasure. There's more cuts supposedly coming from Uncle Vince, more cuts, which means there's going to be more flux of guys or females coming out who are going to get cut for dumb reasons. That it was trash to WWE, but now there's somebody else's treasure. This is my treasure chest. Mercedes Martinez is still out there. That's a treasure chest right there for a female company that wants to start. MLW, who's starting a female company or the division. Ring of Honor, who's starting to stuff again. Mercedes Martinez, she's your treasure chest right now. She's the pot at the end of the rainbow that's available to spearhead you. She'll be your first champion. She'll be your first feud against the champion there. She'll make everybody else look good. And she has like 20 plus years of experience under her belt. It's a win-win situation.
you know, the thing I heard 20 minutes before we started talking about getting on to do this. So one of the guys, the big WWE guys, his guys do a really dope WWE podcast. I listen to it because I like them. I think they're a bunch of cool guys who talk WWE. I don't even watch WWE.
Yeah.
They were telling me, and you know I'm a big Pete Dunne guy. I love Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, his contract expired.
Ooh.
And I was like, wait a minute. Now, me being an ICW guy, I love Pete Dunne. Me being a Progress guy, I love Pete Dunne. If anybody knows about Pete Dunne, they would know that Triple H was touring with Pete Dunne by his side. He would go into Progress with Pete Dunne. He would go into ICW with Pete Dunne. He was taking Pete Dunne and molding him into what Triple H wanted. Whatever's going on in WWE, Pete Dunne has not been seen. And Pete Dunne, supposedly, the contract expired. If I'm somebody, listen, if I'm anybody besides AEW, and I'm not hating on AEW, I'm just tired of everyone going there. If I'm somebody,
the point, everybody's not going there. It's just the big names are going there, like the $1 million guys who But if you see anybody else, they're going other places. But I would love Pete Dunne to go anywhere else other than AEW, if it's true.
I would love. When I seen that, I was like, oh snap! But then I was like, yo, you know who I would love anywhere else as well is Killian Dane. I would love Killian Dane anywhere else. I'm a big Killian Dane guy. There's not many guys who are mobile at that size like he is. And I was like, yo, there are so many dope free agents out there right now that this is the best time to be a wrestling fan because you have no idea who's going to show up. And this is why I really love being an MLW fan because Court seems to be doing so many moves that it's always something. And I know we're getting the action figures in 2022. The Vice TV thing, he said they'll be reporting that when it's going to be popping soon. But the Fusion is on the 22nd. So we're getting Fusion on the 22nd. Listen, I've already prepped me and my son's dinner for that night. The oldest is at work, so he has to wait for the next day. But we are hyped to see whatever Fusion Alpha is. So it's like so much fun because I got back into wrestling because my kids fell in love with Impact. We went there all the time. My oldest, he stayed loving wrestling. I took a little hiatus from it. It was whatever. Got back into it with them. My youngest is back into it because of our podcast, literally, of interviewing certain people. I mean, kid's 14, and he could tell you that he's a Christi Jaynes fan just because she's hot. Like, it's, like the hormone game is changing. And he, follows her and everything. But when he seen us watching Battle Riot, he was like, yo, that's the Ikuro Kwon guy. That's the Josef Samael guy. That's the Alex Kane guy. And we're like, yeah, can we watch this? And he sat down, watched it. Now he's excited for this. This is where they got to keep going, though. This is where Fusion has to lead into the next season. And then hopefully we get some inkling of Azteca Underground. And we don't have a dead period. I would like it to go Fusion, Azteca Underground, Fusion, Azteca Underground. So we have a full year of MLW and Azteca Underground. My brother, my fault for talking all crazy.
That's what we're here, man. That's what we're here. I mean, like I said, like you just said, about Kurt Bauer, he's making moves. Unfortunately, today's move, somebody took down from him. Yeah. But, somebody just ran on his parade. But, we're still excited. I'm excited because I get to see Bobby Fish. I get to see Fish wrestle in person. So, hey.
You've never seen him in person, right?
Never in person. This will be the first time, and I'm excited because I'll be there. Bobby, let's go! Woo! Red Dragon!
So you're getting,
fan
and Bobby Fish.
Yes, and they close the boy as a female. So I'm hoping that they will announce more females coming up, but and hopefully they'll have more or the same amount of females they had last time, which we can't say, but because it still hasn't come out yet. Yeah, because it still hasn't come out yet, those matches. But hopefully when they close the boy, bring back the ones they had, and hopefully bring some more out. You know,
And
and go from there.
all right. Do you think? And I know because the only reason why I asked this is because I thought the open drafting was over before when you went to Philadelphia. Then we seen the clock come up. LAX came out. Do you think we'll see one more of that at Fightland? Do you think that the last person for the Opera Cup or whatever it might be is going to be another huge? Oh my God, this is here.
You saying that now got me excited because now I can actually picture it. They could mention 2 more names from now till then, and that night they'll have a surprise, and then the Opera Cup, and boom, whoever the new person that comes out. But nobody expected a surprise. The last drop on that night, so you never know. With wrestling nowadays, they want to keep it going. You never know. I'll be shocked if it happens. But they could definitely do that for the Opera Cup, where they'll announce 2 people now and then save one surprise for that night.
Absolutely.
And then hopefully it'll be a big name, and boom, the whole place will explode. If it's somebody, old ECW person, I will throw my water at them. Like the Blue Meanie or Sandman or Sabu, I will God, why?
Anybody but these guys.
Anybody but no 40-something, 50+ ECW guys, please. Enough.
And if anybody wants to get the pop that LAX got, you were there. We have the video in our YouTube channel where you're watching this, and you can go. It has the big LAX logo on it, and listen to that crowd. Now you'll be hearing him go nuts, but
holding the phone.
You went absolute ape shit, and the place went nuts though. When they heard that boom, 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 and that LAX shit drop, that shit was crazy. So listen, is there anything else we have to leave them with?
3 weeks, 3 more weeks, brother. That's what I have to wait for. 3 more weeks. That was it. I'm just waiting for that. I want to see more females being announced for MLW. I just want to see wrestling. I want to be excited. I want to be shocked. I want to be surprised. I want to have tears in my eyes like that one dude when CM Punk came out. And hopefully get me on camera so they could send me stuff. Wrestling could send me stuff home. I want that type of love.
You know what? And before I go out with the typical how we go out, y'all already know what it is about that promo code for Hip Hop Bling. It's UWN. Get your discount. Look. I'm looking night list. I'm out here. I'm walking my dogs with this, looking ignorant as ever. People like, who is this guy? Listen, it's what I do. I have fun. But that promo code UWN. Listen, for myself, the best guy in the business over here. Y'all already know what it is. It's www.urbanwrestlingnetwork.com. We out of here. Deuces.